Hi, thanks for watching. Right, it's a bit late in the day, but never mind. We haven't actually arrived yet at Monday, the 25th of November, and this is the astrology forecast from me for the next week, November the 25th to December the 1st. So we've got the moon in Scorpio as I speak. That's happened this weekend. I'm actually doing this on Sunday the 24th. So Monday the 25th, moon already in Scorpio and Venus enters Capricorn. That's the big sort of change of the day, really. More serious feelings come into play around love, money, art, beauty, those esoteric things in particular, not just everything esoteric, but those things in particular, which we will find are actually the driving forces behind a lot of what is going to bring us happiness in the near future and in life generally, really. Venus in Capricorn goes on for about a month, and it's also going to mean kind of working harder if we really want to succeed at anything, and kind of being responsible as a way to get what you want, really. And that's what we're all after, isn't it? It sounds selfish, but that's not necessarily the case. You can't pour from an empty vessel, and maybe you want nothing but good. I'd like to hope that would be the case. So that's Monday the 25th. On Tuesday the 26th, the moon is going to enter Sagittarius, and there is actually going to be a new moon on the 26th as well. Now, a new moon is a great time for new beginnings. Up here in the mind, it's a great time for planning things. Not the best time for launching anything. I would wait till kind of Wednesday, Thursday, maybe even Friday before doing that, because it's when the moon actually becomes more visible in the sky, seriously visible, not just a flicker of light there. And it is actually a real new awakening because Neptune's going direct as well, but that's another day. Tuesday 26th, that's Sagittarius new moon. It's a time to look on the bright side of things and to be willing, if you can, to share with people who are less fortunate. And they can actually be wealthy people, everyone's kind of got a bit of a gift for something somewhere in their life. But who's missing out around you? Who could you give a little lift to? Well, that's worth thinking about. Tuesday the 26th, and that's a new moon energy. It's going to go on really until we get to the full moon. It kind of sets the scene for it. But a Sagittarius new moon, a good time to kind of expand our horizons in terms of what we actually want, where we actually want to be going, and in that sense, planting the seeds for a new start. That is, again, in the mind as much as anywhere else, because it is new moon. It's not really time for action immediately, especially on Tuesday the 26th. But it is all about planting the seeds for the future. Like if you really want to travel and you just never do, then just think, oh, it'd be nice to travel, or whatever. You want to take up a musical instrument or something, get yourself a 12th string and put it in your videos. Great stuff. But just, things you thought you'd never be able to do but would like to do, they are worth thinking about any new moon, really, but certainly on a Sagittarius new moon. And just remember that thing about sharing with the less fortunate. It's so important because it's kind of yin and yang, like I've got behind me yet again. If you kind of put out and help people, then somehow that is going to come back to you in terms of karma and just in terms of the turning world, the spinning planet, and the way what goes around comes around. That's what it's all about, really is. Wednesday the 27th, excuse me, moon still in Sagittarius, and Neptune goes direct. Now, it's been 5 months of Neptune retrograde. That's actually been since June. That is, the Neptune retrograde is another reason for all the wacky dreams we've had. There are many reasons, and a lot of those reasons are actually grounded in our own life. But Neptune retrograde is coming to an end, and the thing to do, though, is actually work on the dreams it brought rather than dismiss them, because Neptune retrograde does bring things around the dream time and into the dream kind of feelings of the mind. That's just the nature of Neptune. It's very far away in the solar system, and it can be a very, very subtle effect. But nevertheless, if you've had all those wacky dreams, well, most of us have actually, over the last month or so, since we were right in Mercury retrograde, then you'll no doubt have seen some kind of thread, some kind of meaning and pointfulness behind the craziness of some of those dreams. And whatever that's put into your mind, whatever that's actually brought into your consciousness is worth hanging on to and is worth being fairly serious about now. Because as the Saggy new moon brings a time for working on things, as Venus in Capricorn does just about the same thing, really gets us work focused, gets us putting our head on, then those dreams are going to play into that, give it that magical edge and get you that bit further forward, really and truly. Thursday the 28th, Thanksgiving Day, of course. We don't really have that in UK, but I tell you what, I've made so many American friends in the last few years. I'm going to give thanks for something on Thursday. I might even have a special meal, actually. I think that'd be a rather good thing to do. And Mercury is going to trine Neptune. Now, Mercury is still in the post-shadow to retrograde. That is going to go on until December the 7th. And Mercury is actually then still in Scorpio for another 2 days after that, until the 9th. But Mercury is going to trine Neptune, never mind anything else it's doing, on Thanksgiving Day, Thursday the 28th. It's the fourth and last time this year that Mercury trines Neptune. Now, this can cause oversensitivity. It can also be a time of eloquence where people find they can express their truths a lot better. Possibly because that oversensitivity in someone else makes you really be very careful about how you present your ideas. It's worth being careful on that day, if not always, actually. Maybe not always, because sometimes when people are oversensitive, the best thing they can do is just get lost, quite honestly. But that's up to you. That depends how you feel, and that depends on the situation you're in. You know, if it's your boss who's oversensitive, I wouldn't be too quick to dismiss your boss, really. You know, that kind of thing. Use your noggin, use your head. That is the way it goes. So we've had the Scorpio moon, we've then gone through Sagittarius. Excuse me. The moon is going to enter Capricorn. Let me see. That is actually also on Thursday the 28th, and that's 4:33 a.m. Pacific, 7:33 a.m. Eastern in the States and Canada, and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12:33 p.m. here in UK, so late Thursday, well, Thursday afternoon, the second half of Thursday, we have that moon in Capricorn. And then, let me see, as we go through the weekend with it all like that, the moon actually is going to then enter Aquarius, 12:13 p.m. on Saturday the 30th, 3:13 p.m. on the East Coast. Here in UK, 8:13 p.m. And the New Zealand times, by the way, are roughly 9 hours ahead. If I thought about Auckland, I would say 9 hours ahead. Christchurch, I think, is 11 or 12. It's a fair bit more. But there you go, friends. Thanks for watching. That is this week's run. Well, it's next week's rundown. Really depends when you're watching it. But that is effective from Monday, November the 25th, right through until December the 1st, the Christmas month. We are almost there, and I've got my Christmas lights up. Well, thanks very much for watching. Thumbs up, please, if you've enjoyed it. And do wash your hands before giving the thumbs up. It's the fire lighting season again. I've had coal in my hands all day, so I'm really getting earthy at the moment, really down to earth, which I hope is what these things are. Yep, anyway, clean thumb up, best foot forward, clean thumb up if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell button as well, and choose whatever you want from the 3 drop-down thingies that go with the excessive choice of YouTube. Leave me a comment, we will share the journey. Now, I've been talking about the copper thing in YouTube. YouTube really is no help. They're completely vague about what they're actually going to do. There are so many different commentators talking about it, and I don't know if they're just sensationalising it or if it's really true or what's going to happen. But basically, I've got to make sure I'm not aiming these things at children under the age of 13. So, I don't know, maybe I've got to keep dropping the F-bomb every few sentences or something, or put a rude word on the screen behind me. I've tried growing a bit of a beard. That makes me look older, doesn't it? So maybe that'll do the trick. Anyway, as I say, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Peace.